Hi guys, welcome to the channel. Another beautiful day, and of course I am excited about my new hairstyle. I put in dreads and I'm excited about the journey, but nevertheless, let's get back to finances and to business. So today we're talking about bank charges, an interesting topic again, because many people do overlook the bank charges or fees being charged on the ATM cards. Now, you also get a lot of young people, especially students, bragging about having a Bangbandu card, having a FNB card, as well as maybe a Standard Bank card. And they do not think about the implications or the fees associated with having those cards. So some of the fees can be either pay as you transact, or as you use, or it can be a bundle fee, or it can be monthly fee, annual fee, or even, like I said, pay as you use. And those are things that many people overlook. And especially if you have two cards, that means that when you transact with the FNB card, those charges fairly goes off. When you transact with the bank vendor card, those charges fairly goes off. And I think people do not understand the impact bank charges have on their money, and on either your the money that you have in your account or your transactions as you go. People don't understand that. The other thing also is fixing things like you have a stop order or a debit order. Again, not honoring those debit order or those stop orders has charges and implication on charges on them. And again, sometimes we overlook certain things such as that. The moment your debit order doesn't go off, maybe you didn't have enough money in your account or enough balance, then of course you're getting charged on that. So I think it's not a bank's problem per se. I mean, the bank is just doing business, of course. You can't expect it to say, okay, you reduce your fees to zero. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is you need to be cognizant of the fees that you're paying. You need to be cognizant of what is my bank offering, and what does the other bank offer, and what is the best thing for me. What do I want? Which package is tailor-made for me? And this is a good thing that banks have started doing now. They're very transparent with their charges. Like for instance, if you go on FNB and you just search for FNB's banking charges, you'll find it there. Whether it's from whichever card it is that you're using, you'll find the bank charges there. Same thing with Bank Banduk, same thing with NetBank. You'll find all the bank charges on the internet if you just look for them. The problem is that we don't go and find out this card that I'm using, or the card that I'm taking, or this option that I'm taking, what are the charges that are on that specific card. And interesting enough, again, banks have introduced bundle fees where you pay once a month to transact. And again, in that bundle fee, of course, there are certain things that are free and there are certain things that you need to pay for. You need to understand which are your free transactions. Like for instance, swiping, it's free, limitless. Then you use more of those free kind of transactions instead of withdrawing every time, and at every withdrawal you get charged. And just to give you an example, for instance, per $500 you withdraw from FNB, you get charged like a $12. But again, for any $300 you withdraw from Bangbandu, you then get charged $11.50. So again, you need to understand, the bank where you're operating and what are the charges associated with either the bundle fees or just, withdrawing at an ATM cash instead of swiping that is for free. And again, just understanding and making sure that you align yourself to your money matters. Whatever card you're using, whatever option you're using, it's aligned to your money matters. One thing that we also tend to forget is people go to an ATM and withdraw just to go buy something at Pick and Pay. But you can use the same card just to swipe to save yourself an extra cent. The other thing is withdrawing at another ATM. Yes, you have the various other ATMs, which, there's no long queues. If you go to FNB on the 20th and the 30th, trust me, you'll stay there long because there's deposits and then there's withdrawals and it's just chaotic. And then because you have that FNB card and you want quick money, you would want to go to a NetBank ATM. Again, there are charges associated with that, and that's even higher than withdrawing at your own bank ATM. So those are things that you need to be cognizant of. And of course, also playing around with things like cardless withdrawals. You have a certain limit that is way above, so you can always play around that. So you can save money from withdrawing cash at the ATM with using your card. And then of course, you have things like rather pay to sell, which is cheaper than e-walleting. So again, just looking at what are the options and how can you best use these options to save an extra buck for yourself. Guys, that's really just on bank charges and really just understanding what you're getting yourself into. Again, it's about you. It's not about the business owner. It's not about the bank. You just need to know how does the bank operate and how best does it fit for you. Of course, all of us, majority of us need banks because you deposit or your salary comes there and stuff like that. And again, if you're a young person and you don't need a bank account or an a bulk card, don't go for it. If you don't earn a salary, if no one deposits money really there, you don't need it. I mean, there are options such as blue wallets, e-wallets, and all the type of wallets that you can get, and somebody can send you money using those platforms without necessarily charging you a lot. Make use of that instead of going for an ATM card and then at the end of the day you can't afford it because you're getting monthly deductions or you're getting some sort of other transactions. Banks are busy making billions. Of course, that's nothing wrong with that. But do not let bank charges rip you off, or do not let them make money while making you more poor. So you need to understand what you're getting yourself into again, and understand really there's no need for you to have multiple ATM cards or different bank cards. It's not necessary. Have one and have one charge going off, and make use of all the other options that you can make use of without necessarily getting charges. Till next time, guys.